Okay. So yesterday we have seen up to here only that what are the basic rules are there for creating the tables. So now let's start with the create one sample table. I will explain you constraint and all this thing in detail level, but right now just create this table. So this is a employee table, right? Employee table, EMP number, and this is integer. So you know what is this integer, varchar, date time, numeric. What we can call this one? Anyone has idea?
This integer will store the numeric values, right? And varchar can store alphabets and numbers both.
Yeah, yeah, that is right. But
It
what?
is data types.
Yeah, that is data type, right?
Data type, right?
Yeah, yeah. These all are the data type. Then this primary key is a constraint. So I will explain constraint later on. So now just let me create this table. These are all the column, and then uh, what does this indicate? Commission numeric 7 comma 2, and then null I have specified, right? So what does this null indicate?
This means like I think it can store null values as well.
Sorry, can you repeat?
I think this means like it can this column can store the null values as well.
Okay, yes, yes, right. 1 minute. This column can null store the null values as well. So let me create this table. Now we are inserting the data into the same, right? So what I have written over here, I have written over here begin tran, right? I have written over here begin tran. So it will indicating the begin transaction. So when anyone is not speaking, please be on mute everyone. At the time of speaking only, unmute yourself and speak. Yeah. So this begin tran indicates the transaction will be begin now, right? Transaction will be begin. And if we want to commit and if we are inserting this data without doing the begin tran, that I have told already yesterday, right? So let me insert this data. So all this data are inserted. So we have specified the values of all the columns mentioned above, right? Employee number, then name, then this is a job we can say manager ID, then hire date, and then other columns like salary, commission, and department number. So this null, because it is allowing null, so I have mentioned null over here as well. But now can we roll back this as of now, can we roll back this one?
Yes, yes. Because we initiated the
No, no,
begin.
no, no, I haven't initiated. I haven't initiated. Let's see. The rollback transaction requires no corresponding begin transaction. I have
Oh,
not
okay. Yes.
I have not executed this query. I have
Yeah.
just
Okay.
started from this one. S- So it
Now we
is
can't roll back.
now we can't roll back. Yeah. So this is called auto commit in SQL Server.
I'm sorry, Arshit. I'm sorry. Um, since I'm not completely clear on it, one is if you go up, begin tran. If I don't mention begin tran and I start including and I start executing insert into, will it work or not? Because I
Yeah,
tested it, it is working.
yeah, yeah. It is working. It is working. It is
But what is the
working. But
mm,
but you cannot roll back that data.
okay? What is called rollback? What is the meaning of rollback?
Okay, rollback means suppose if I have inserted the data into the same, right? And suppose after some time I found that this data is wrong. I don't want to insert this data. I want to completely roll back my transaction.
Which means remove the transaction, right?
Yeah, remove this data. Remove this
Data. Okay.
data.
Okay. Okay.
So that what I will do first begin tran, then I will insert the data, all this data, and I want to insert some new data only. This data is not required. So what
Okay.
I will do? I will do rollback over here. If I do the
Okay.
rollback, then again this entire table will be empty. This
Okay.
entire table will be empty.
So initial time, let's say step one is if I insert, I will insert it from line number. So here line number is not there. Okay, fine. So from here to last end, I will run one time to execute it. So that line will get automatically updated in the database. And if I want to take that back from it, then I have to start with what is that? Begin tran, and then insert line item, and last will be the rollback and end. If I run all these at one time,
Yeah,
that will data will come out of it, right? That's what you are trying to say.
yeah. If you run all this at one time, then data will not be inserted.
Okay. Can you show it an example, please, one more time?
Yeah, okay.
And insert, start from the insert. I can see that create table has done. After that, what happens then? What will happen truncate if you do it?
Truncate table will empty the table. So
Okay.
if select star from EMP, there will
Hmm.
be no data in this table.
Got it.
Now you want to do begin tran or not?
Let's insert some lines and then we can.
Okay, I will insert all the line. I have
Okay.
inserted all the line, right?
Okay. Begin run up to
I
begin
have
run.
inserted all the line. Now
Okay.
if I run this query, you are able to see data, right?
Perfect.
But now if I do the rollback, I have done the rollback, right?
Correct.
Now data will not be there over here.
Got it. Very clear. So, what is the purpose of having an end? Something called as end you mentioned at the bottom of
Yeah,
it.
actually, whenever you have to do begin run, it is mandatory you have to write the end.
Okay. But while executing, you didn't select that end. That's the reason I'm asking.
You actually
What?
now I can do also.
Because after end, if rollback comes, then I'm fine with that. Begin tran, insert, end. But in the middle of it, you mentioned rollback. So that's where the confusion started for me.
Yeah. Actually, if you do over here, right? If you do
Correct.
over here, then it will
Hmm.
not work. It will not work.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Why? Why? Because the transaction is already ended over here, right?
Oh, got it. I got it. I got it. Yes. Clear.
Hmm.
Clear.
Yeah. And if you do in place of rollback, if you do over here commit, then what will happen? The data will be permanently stored in the table.
Okay. You can't take it back then. Even rollback applies.
Yeah. Yeah. Once it is commit, you cannot roll back, right? But in SQL Server, if you do not mention begin tran, then it will be auto commit itself.
Okay.
You cannot do the rollback if you haven't
Got it.
mentioned the begin tran, right?
Okay.
So begin tran is mandatory for commit and rollback. If you want to do manual commit and manual rollback, then begin tran is mandatory.
Okay. Got it.
You got it right. Okay, so let me I think no data is there. Let me insert again. Okay, it will be a data now. Now let me create another table. I'm just creating.
Hi Harshit, shall I ask one thing? Like, if we apply the commit also, then
Actually, I'm not getting your voice. Can you repeat?
I will say
Okay, so
if you are applying commit after rollback, if we apply commit, then we can do the rollback either not.
let me try that one also. I think it is not possible. Let me try.
Actually, if rollback means it is like all the data will be lost now. So if we commit also, it will be.
Okay, now I have done the begin run. Now I am inserting the data, right? All data has been inserted. Now you want to do commit, right?
Yeah,
You
you
want
can
to,
commit.
okay, commit. I have done the commit. Now you want to check whether we can do the rollback or not, right?
Yeah,
Okay, first let me see the data. Data should be there. Data is there. Now let me do the rollback. No begin transaction, right? Again, we have already done the commit. So commit is already done. Then we cannot do the rollback, right? So
yeah, okay.
so if you want to do the rollback, then you do not need to do commit, right? You,
If we
Harshit, I think it will be good if you could just spell a difference between commit rollback. That will help us
yeah,
to understand.
yeah. Difference is simple one. Commit will permanently
Permanently
store
store
the
data.
data into the table, and rollback is you can remove the data if it is wrongly inserted.
Okay, a small doubt. When you say commit permanently store the data into the table, which means I cannot use the delete command
No,
also.
no, 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 no. You will
Okay,
definitely use the delete command. You will
okay,
definitely use
okay.
the delete command. You will definitely use the truncate command. But for now, you cannot do the rollback if you do the commit.
Oh, got your point. So for that instance, when I'm creating, okay, I understood now. Thank you, thank you. This is helpful. Yeah.
it will be the
Okay.
same for the Oracle also, like in Oracle SQL, not SQL Server. In Oracle also, we can do the same. Like
Yeah, in Oracle also it will be the same only for this one rollback and commit. It will be the same in almost all the relational database. Oracle SQL also it will be the same only.
yeah, okay, Harshit, thank you.
Okay,
You can
now
continue.
okay. Now let me drop this table. Let me create this table. Now again the same thing I am doing over here, begin tran, and then inserting the data and doing end transaction. Oh, please,
Archita,
yeah.
tran is not there. Is that fine?
Yeah, it will be fine. If we write tran, then also it will be fine. If we do not write tran, then also it will be fine. Tran for our more readable purpose, right? That transaction is begin over here, so it is more readable. You can say that.
Oh, got it. Thanks.
Now, over here, this table we are creating, right? So this command will create the table structure. So please be on mute. Only, I think one person is waiting in the lobby. Okay. Yeah, above command create table structure definition. Table structure. So this is known as a table structure and definition. We can say also metadata as well. and which includes the data types, its sizes. These are known as a size, data type, and these are the columns, right? Now if I want to see the table structure of this particular table, right, department table or EMP table, then there is one command over here. We can say that sp underscore help and then table name. Over here we need to specify table name. So let me execute this one. So these are the entire structure. You can see the of the table. So right. So actually over this is the table name, right? Now who is the owner? Who is the owner of this table? So we can say that DBO, and DBO is schema of this particular table. So can you able to let me know which is the default schema in SQL Server?
Is that star?
No, no, not
It's TempDB, I think.
no.
DBO is the
Yes, exactly. DBO is the default schema. DBO is the default schema. So how it is default? So because over here, while creating the DEPT table, I haven't mentioned anything over here, right? Before that, before DEPT, I haven't mentioned anything. So suppose if you want to do create a schema, right? Then create schema. You can give any name like temp. Let me check. Okay, now it is executed, right? Now if I create table temp dot DEPT 2507 ID integer, only just one column I want to keep. Now okay, let me try to create with the same name. Will this allowed or not? Can anyone tell me? Because already one table is already there, DEPT, right? Now will this allow?
I think yes, because the schema name is different.
Okay, let me try. Yes, it is allowing me, right? Same table name with different schema will be allowed.
What is the purpose of creating like this?
Yeah, the purpose of creating like this is in organization. There are many teams are working, right? Finance team will be there, then HR team will be there, then IT team will be there. So we cannot create all the tables into one schema, right? For finance purpose, some 10 tables are there. So we will create a schema called finance, and then 10 tables will be allocated to finance only. Then for IT, so 20 tables, if 20 tables are there for IT department, then all the 20 table will be stored in the IT department. So we can easily, yeah, we can easily rectify, right? We can easily rectify over here. If you see, right, I think mostly are DBO only. Okay, over here are, if you see, human resource department, right? So these all are human resource schema. All tables are created in human resource schema. Then below one are there person information, like person address type. So this person schema I have created for that person related table. So we can easily rectify or differentiate the table, right? That is the main purpose. We can, you got it, right?
So which means that it's like an header which is created. If somebody wants to get into human resource department, they will get into the human resource department, and they can see that DPO which is created inside it. Correct me if I'm wrong. And also
No,
say like a
a
not like that
DBO created inside it means,
inside the human resource
no,
department,
no,
right?
DBO is totally separate schema. DBO is totally separate schema. DBO is a default schema which is provided by SQL Server. DBO is default schema, but this production I have created manually. Then human resource I have. Arre bhai. Production I have created manually. Human resources I have created manually. But DBO I cannot create. Can we try DBO to create? Because it is already exist, I think, right? Either does not exist or you do not have permission to use it. Right? Now can I
Okay.
drop this schema? Drop schema DBO. I think it will not allowed me. Cannot drop the schema DBO. But now can I drop this schema temp?
Yeah.
Cannot drop because it is referencing by the object department. Okay. So what we have to do? Firstly, we need to drop this table. If we drop, okay, we need to drop this table. Drop table. Now I have dropped the table. Now it should allow me. Okay, department 2507. Okay. One more table is there. But DBO is a default schema, so that we cannot drop it, right?
It's clear. So which means that uh,
Now,
by default it would be created as a DPO, and
yeah,
if you want to create a meaningful name, then we can create a schema, and then we can start working. That's what you are trying to say, right?
yes, right. So, yeah, we are over here. So now over here in the SPL, all the columns, please be on mute. Yeah, over here all the column names are will be mentioned. Then all the data types will be mentioned. Then you can say size of the data type. So whatever we have mentioned at the time of creating the table, right over here in this employee table, where it is, okay, over here EMP number. So it is given the 4 length automatically. Then 10 we have declared over here 10. Then 9 over also we have declared over here. Then whether it is nullable or not. So EMP name, okay. All these column are by default nullable. And can anyone tell me why this is not nullable? Nullable is no over here, right? Nullable is no.
Because it's a PK.
Yes, right. Because it is a PK. Then these are the thing. No identity column is defined. So over here we haven't defined any identity column. I will let you know what is identity column in future class. Seed increment value, all this I will explain you. Now this is a primary key. Only one primary key is there, right? Now in which column primary key has been defined? So that also it will indicate over here. Employee number column, right? Employee number column. Then this is a primary key name. And what primary key will provide facility? Clustered unique primary key located on primary. So what primary key will provide? Cluster. So primary key will automatically create the cluster index, unique index on the column EMP number. So whenever we define the primary key, it will automatically create the cluster and unique index that it is showing over here. Then again this same name will be over here, right? Constraint name, index name and constraint name is the same. Primary key, it is a clustered index, it is created. And constraint key, so what is the key, what is the column? Employee number. We have, I will explain you one more table when we will create tomorrow or day after tomorrow class. So this is clear, right? How In Oracle, I think you will mention describe. I think if someone is working in Oracle, then describe EMP. And over here, SP underscore help EMP. In SQL Server, in Oracle, I think describe command is there. This is clear, right? This information.
Right. Yes.
It is basic.
Yes.
It is basic, but very important. You should be aware about it. Okay. Now, now let me check the data into the table. Okay, data is there. Now we can insert the record into the table in two many different ways, but right now we can say two different ways. So one is inserting single row. So what where it is, it is inserting the single row only, right? Because I have end the statement with, this is called a semicolon. What we can call this one, with this operator, right? So over here,
Column semicolon operator only.
which one?
Semicolon only.
Okay, semicolon. So semicolon indicates the end of a statement, end of a single statement. So over here we are inserting the one record at a time. So let me try it. Column name or number of supplied value does not match table definition. Okay. So now let me, can you tell me what this error means? What this error means?
Data type
We have not
missing.
supplied all the columns values.
Okay, yes, right. It is not regarding the data type. We haven't
Yes.
supplied. We may miss the sum of the column. So let me check that one. EMP number is there, name is there, job is there, manager. I think manager is there, hire date. What is this?
I think we have to put it in semicolon.
Okay, manager is, I think,
Or
missed. The manager is missed. Let me check. Manager, we can give anyone. Manager was missed, then hire date. So hire date will be over here.
So we need to mention in the
Then
same order what the table
salary.
was created, right?
Yes, into the same order. Salary is mentioned. Then commission we can mention null, and department we can say one. Now let me try this one. Okay, now it is successful, right? Right. In the same order we have to mention. Now let me fastly copy this one. We can say anything. So we are inserting one by one row at a time over here, right? But now we can insert the multiple rows as well. So how we can insert the multiple rows? So if you see over here, insert into the, I need to mention this. I have just mentioned over here only comma, right? I have mentioned over here only comma. Now let me try to insert this one. So we have separated, this is one row with comma and this is the second row, and then after that we have mentioned semicolon. Now let me try to insert. It should indicate two rows inserted. It is indicating two rows inserted, right? So this is how you can insert multiple rows as well. 220, 200, 2000, any number of rows you will insert like this. By separating the rows with comma, you can mention one row, one more row over here, just the same way. And you can mention comma. So it will insert now 3 rows, right? Now can you let me know whether it will allowed or not?
It will
It
not.
will allow. It
It
will
will
allow.
not.
Why?
It will not allow.
Why?
Yeah,
Primary
it will not
key
allow.
already it is submitted, right?
Okay.
103, 103, same
Yeah.
number.
Okay. Yes. Right. Perfect.
Primary key is same.
So it will provide us this error. Why you have to remember or identify the error as well. That what kind of error it is providing. Now inserting null values. So we have already inserted the null values, right, in some of the column. But now let me try to do one thing. Okay, let me try to do one thing. I don't want to insert this one. Now I want to insert like this. 10 over here I can mention 5. Now let me try to insert. Does it will allow? Okay, column name and number of supplied value are not same, right? But now if I mention over here, how can I solve this error? Can anyone know? Let me know.
We can remove primary key from the employee number.
No, no, this is not primary key related error. See over here.
Column name or number supplied does not match table definition.
Maybe put one more comma over there with a space of comma.
We can add
We can
another
remove this semicolon.
No, what I have done over here in this, I have removed this one null. Over
Null.
here, I have removed null from here.
That's
Okay,
all.
so what we can do is, when we say insert into table name, so instead of table name, we can define the column names where we want to insert the values.
Okay, one. We have to mention the table name, but we need to mention the column name as well. EMP number, then comma, E name, then comma, job, then comma, MGR, then comma, hire date, then comma, cell, and then comma, DEPT. Why I have removed the commission? Bye bye. Why I have removed the commission over here? Hello.
Yes, Sarshit.
Yeah. Why I have removed the commission over here?
Where?
Please
Because it's a
see.
null,
Uh,
right?
yes, exactly. Over here, and now if I insert the data over here, one row is successfully inserted. But what value will be there in the commission column? It will be null, right? Hello.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. It will be null, right?
Instead of getting a error message, we are defining the column and then we are passing the value.
Yes, right. Okay. Now, okay, now let's see the one more thing. Mm, Okay, now let me create one more table. I will show you the how constraint will be created on the table and what is the purpose of the constraint. I will show you that one. Till now, no doubt, right?
Uh, no questions, but probably you need to explain what is all about constraint.
Okay. Mm. So over here, we can say that constraints are used to specify rules for a data in a table. So whenever we insert the data into the table, we cannot insert anything, right? We cannot insert anything. Like suppose the gender, if the gender is there, then maybe gender will be male, female, or other may be there.
So a minute ago you showed one insert and then you specify the column and then you mention the values to it. Can we say that that is a constraint method of
Sorry,
apply?
can you repeat?
Okay, so in a minute ago you mentioned column names as well, employee number, employee name. I can see in the screen. Oh, don't scroll up. Scroll up, little bit, scroll up, scroll up.
Okay.
In this probably here you mentioned the column names and the values to pass on, right? So can we say that this is a constraint method?
No, 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 no. This is not a constraint. Constraint is only this one over here, primary key.
Okay.
Constraint is over only this one over here. So let me tell you. So constraint will be basically to maintain the data integrity in the into the table, right? So in the organization, if you anyone is working in the company, right? So every employee has a unique employee ID, right? Every employee, no employee has the same employee ID, right? That is not possible, right? In the same company. So what is that? That is, we can say that a primary key, that we can say is a primary key constraint. Also, any employee doesn't have a employee ID at all. That is also not possible, right? Key that
Got it.
so that is also, we can say that a primary key constraint. All employee ID has a unique all employee has a unique employee ID, and everyone has an employee ID. So that we can call one example of constraint, that is primary key constraint. Then we can say that salary, right? Salary of the employee. So salary cannot be in the negative, right? Salary column cannot be in the negative. No one has minus 100 salary, right? So that is
Agreed.
also we can mention as a constraint. That constraint will be known as a check constraint. Check. I will explain you over here in the this only. That is known as a check constraint. So constraint is basically rules defined on a particular table to maintain the data integrity. Over here it is mentioned, right? Limit the type of data that can go into the table. Like garbage data is meaningless, right? Garbage data will be meaningless. This ensures the accuracy and reliability of the data in the table, right? This will ensure the accuracy as well as reality. And if the violation between the constraint, now suppose I have a gender column, and in gender column male will be there, female will be there, and other will be there. But if someone try to insert apart from this three value, then it is a violation of the constraint, right? Violation between the constraint and the data. So at that time, data query will throw the error. It will throw the error and data will not be inserted. Data will not be inserted, right? Okay, now let me show you this one as well. Over here we have created this EMP table, right? Okay, over here I will show you. Now suppose I want to create one more table with the name of EMP1. Select, we can say that EMP1, and I want to take all the data from the EMP table into the EMP1 table. Then how I can do it? Does anyone has any idea about it?
I think we can use that insert into statement, insert into EMP1 from EMP.
I think insert into,
EMP1,
then like
let's
this,
start from
like this.
not this way. So insert into EMP1 from EMP.
From EMP.
I have one thing with where for the create table employee one table we can use the alias as star select star from employee. We can do that one. No?
It means you want to create this EMP1 table, right?
Yeah, create table EMP1 alias as select star from employee table. Whatever the data in employee, we can copy it to the employee one.
EMP1 select star from EMP.
We can mention as in after EMP1.
Okay, select star like this, right?
Yeah.
Let me try. I think it will not work. EMP1 as select star from EMP. I think you are from the Oracle background, right? I think it will.
Oracle.
I think it will work. Maybe it will be work in the Oracle, but in SQL Server, I think it is not working. So over here, let me tell you how we can do it. Select star. Select star into EMP1 from EMP. Now let me try. You have seen, right? 21 rows are inserted. So now my EMP table, both table will have the same data. 21, 22, 142 are there, right? So this is the command for that one, select star into. So what it will do, it will create the table EMP1. At the same time it will insert all the data which is mentioned over here from this EMP table. You got it,
Clear.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very clear.
But now I have one another requirement. I don't want to insert the data. I just want the structure. I just want the structure of, actually very, please be on mute whenever you are not speaking. Only at the time of speaking, unmute and mute immediately, please. Yeah. So now what I want to do, I want only the structure of the table like EMP, name, job, manager, hire date, salary, commission, DPT. I just want this column name with the data type. but I don't want to insert the data into that new table like EMP2 table. Then what can I do?
A create table. We can create table with EMP2.
No. That syntax will not work over here. Anyone has any idea? I think this will work in Oracle as well. Mm, Okay, let me show you what I have done over here in the previous query. I have to mention where 1 equal to 2. Where 1 equal to 2. Now let's see 0 rows affected, right? Now if I do this one, select star from EMP2. Now my requirement is clear, right? Now we have achieved our purpose, right? So this is small thing, but it is very useful when you are working in the real time environment.
Harshit,
Yeah.
Harshit, what is that one equal to two? Where how did it defines that the one and the two and all? Did we define anywhere else
No.
saying that this one?
Actually, what I have done, it is not defined anywhere when we are doing 1 equal to 2. So is this condition is true or false? This condition is always false, right? Always false. This one
Correct.
is never equal to 2, always false. So what
Okay,
it will do, it will only create the structure of this table, not it will not pick up the data.
got it.
But now one more thing you can do. Now I want to create this one. Now can you tell me what it will do?
Records
Now
as
it
well.
will copy. One equal to one.
Yeah, 1 equal to 1. But what it will do?
Records as well.
Yeah, it
It
will do.
will
It will.
copy the data.
Yeah, exactly. It will. And this one both are same, right? Whether we mention 1 equal to 1 or we do not mention 1 equal to 1, both are same. Both will do the same thing, right? It will copy the data into the other table. So that is only I have right over here. Now this one we have seen DDL DML commit. Now let's see for the identity column. We will see the constraint in detail level tomorrow. Let's see first today the identity column. So let me create any of the table like customer 25 7 cust id integer identity 1 comma 1, then cust name varchar of 10, then cust address, only keeping this much of column. Now let me create this table is created. Now insert, let me insert the data into. Does anyone know about identity?
Yes, yes.
What it
It
will
will
do?
add those. It will add the increment numbers like starting from one. So it will be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Automatically it will come.
Okay, now Hershey. Now
You
let me
don't need
know.
to
It
define.
will. Yeah.
I think we don't need to define one. It will automatically come.
Yeah, perfect. We don't need to define one. So let me do Harshit now. Let me add one more record. Now what? Now what it will define? Now what it will define?
It will show those numbers 1, 2, whatever records we have inserted.
Okay, 1, 2. Okay. So 1, 2 it is showing, right? How it is defined as 1, 2? Because over here in the identity column, I have written over here the identity keyword is a property in SQL Server. Identity keyword is a property in SQL Server. When a table column is defined with identity property, each value will be auto generated. Over here we haven't mentioned anything, right? Its value will be auto generated incremental value, and this value is increment. This value is created by SQL Server automatically, right? Therefore we can't manually enter a value into the an identity column as a user. So up to here it is clear, right? Now over here, this one this one is known as a seed.
Starting point, basically.
Yeah, we can say the starting point, and this one is known as a,
Increment number.
yeah,
Increment by.
increment value or increment number, anything you can say. Now suppose if I do like this, now what will happen?
Now it will show like 10, 20, 30, 40.
Perfect. Now let me insert the data into the same. 10, 20, right? But now suppose I will tell you one more thing. Now suppose I want to insert the data into the identity column as well. Is it possible?
I think no.
Over here what it is written? Read this last line. Therefore we can't manually enter a value into an identity column as a user. But what is written over here at the last?
Some conditions we can define. I think then it is possible.
So now what we have to do? Okay, now let me try what error it is showing me. Okay, now understand this error. Understand this error. This error is very important. Carefully. What it is written? An explicit value for the identity column in the table, this is a table name, can only be specified when a column list is used and insert identity insert in is on. So now what I have to do? Set. mm, Now let me try this one. First I'm doing set identity insert on. Now let me try. It will not work. Why? What is the problem? Now can anyone tell me?
We have to off it. identity
No, no, no,
insert.
no, no, no. It was
Can
by
you
default.
can you can you show the commands and then the message as well, so that we can correlate things?
Okay,
We
yeah,
are, we are able
the,
to compare it and
yeah,
message as well as the
yeah. This is
error.
command message is above one. Everything over here. Set by default. Sent identity insert will be off only. We have done the on. Now read the message again. Read the message 2 times. Read the message 3 times. Any idea you are getting? Or I will let you know.
I think I think we have to define the column name along with the table name. When we are defining insert into table name in brackets, we have to define the column name as well,
Perfect. Hmm.
because
Cust
it says
cust
column can only be
ID.
specified when column name is used, column list is used.
Now let me try. Now it will be 50, right? And now once the your purpose will be solved, what you have to do? Set identity insert off.
Yes,
Now if you insert the data into this select this table, the last one record will be there. 50 is there, right? What you have done, you have manually inserted the data into the identity column as well. It is available, right?
right, right.
So this is all about the identity property. Now the main thing, we will see the constraint tomorrow. Then I will explain you normalization as well, and other topics we will go day by day. So in today's class everything is clear, right? 1 minute.
Harshit,